So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Andrich makes the interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Shevchenko! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Shevchenko certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
He's got away. Aguero powering. It's Aguero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And it's Aguero. Van Bommel does well not to be outdone there. Aguero has it out wide. Aguero! Ambitious, but just off target.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Played into space. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Real chance! La Louvière, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, they can break here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Totti. Some really good ball movement. He's found space here. Alexander-Arnold clears it away. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's managed to gift it back. He's found a way through. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Andrich. Rijkaard. Shevchenko. Foot in. Can he get on the end of this? And that could set him on his way. Decent chance! Aguero! He just does goals! He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are in front.
Number 19, Sergio Aguero.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
30 minutes gone. Aguero just eases him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, perfectly measured that. And a chance! Well taken goal. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
His position was perfect. The invitation was... Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Aguero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
La Louvière with the corner. There first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Stood up well to him there. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And he's got away from it. Bullish header! And that's a sharp finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Aguero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Cross deflected behind for a corner. La Louvière have their second corner now. And this is Messi. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the most accurate pass. And that has left him in a heap. And he's managed to get free. Pass is just off target. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
La Louvière are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half. Aguero finds himself unceremoniously floored. Messi goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Shevchenko. Dani Olmo. And he's intervened well there. Not the most convincing of passes. Threads one in. And there's green grass ahead of him. And they can counter here. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Totti. Well played right into his path. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Here's found... It's Aguero! And yet another chance goes to waste.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And the shot! And there's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Number 19.
An act of great generosity,
Sergio Aguero.
accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And now he has two. Barcelona drag themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
The attendances for this match is 28,599.
Alexander-Arnold. And no question, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Tries to pass it through. He's a sharp little ball here. That has ended up in no man's land. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Shevchenko. Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete.
The goal scorer for Barcelona. After
They forced the
65
error
minutes
and
in.
extracted the maximum punishment.
Number 13.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Barcelona with the lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Dani Olmo. Shevchenko. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Aguero. So what can they make of this? Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Totti. Now it's Aguero. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nice bit of trickery. Well timed, excellent interception. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Tries to play it through. Driving forward. Nice control. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's picked his way through. Well played. Important challenge, that.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Good ball, good take. La Louvière could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And here's Messi. Totti.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Passing nice and neat. That has not gone well. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Mbappe. Van Bommel is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than
2
anyone.
added minutes have been
He's
indicated.
certainly on Messi! going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Aguero. And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise.
Waduh bang, depan. Di depan, di kaca kalau nggak di atas.
Oh, nggak dipindahin.
Ada nggak?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. We're up and running then. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
Tries a shot! They score!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Totti! Oh, it's come loose. La Louvière are looking to break at pace. That has been cut short. Kimmich. Tacho makes the interception. And this is Aguero. Hazard. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's there to belt it away. In towards the back stick. That is a brilliant interception. Serginho. Dani Olmo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Big chance! Deftly away. O'Reilly thinks about the shot. He's had a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
O'Reilly. Totti. It's out for a goal kick.
La Louvière are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Van Bommel looking tidy in possession here. Now it's Aguero. O'Reilly gets over and intercepts. Looking for options for movement. He might be in here. Shapes to shoot. It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Serginho's cross. It's loose now and they want to get it back. There's the shot! And that's off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
O'Reilly is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Van Bommel looking for a runner. And he shoots! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
That's a throw. And here's Dani Olmo. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He has found the way through. Koundé. Now Van Bommel. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And here's Kvaratskhelia.
That was lovely, that.
And a shot! And that is a little undercooked. And he's worked it through. And this is Totti. Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck running with intent. Romero calmly anticipates. Some resolute defending there. Not the most accurate pass. He's chosen to go back. Van Bommel. Totti, who needs just a moment to score a goal. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. And he can thump it away.
La Louvière truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Dani Olmo, Messi, Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Kvaratskhelia, lobbed in behind. Count. And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And it's Olmo.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through the shot, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. That is the end of the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Messi. Messi's cross. Skims one in.
Well played and well cleared.
Now it's Aguero. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Now it's Messi. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Aguero. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Koundé. Dani Olmo. Oh, he couldn't quite catch up to that. Yep, it's a corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Van Bommel. And this is Aguero. Tries to pass it through. Oh, shooting chance! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Could go all the way here. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Kimmich. Now it's Aguero. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Aguero. And he's intervened well there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Kimmich. Dani Olmo. Nicely weighted ball. Boys, it's Aguero! Just off target.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. La Louvière perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Wriggles his way through. Kvaratskhelia! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
El dorsal 17, Hazard, será reemplazado por el dorsal 20.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Referee's given a throw. And it's with the keeper. Getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Messi. And it's Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Koundé. Messi. Now Trossard. Trossard powering forward here. Chance for a shot! And it's in! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say!
En el minuto 79,
Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
No, it's come to nothing. Schlotterbeck. Now it's Olise. Goes for a shot! Right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? La Louvière really could have done without this. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Can he finish? In he goes again! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! It's all becoming so easy. Serginho at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Barcelona, oh, real chance! And it's come back out to him. It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Things looking... Oh, what a mistake! A lot... He's having a shot! Oh, impressive strike. Oh, terrible mistake. Can he finish? Keeper always had the measure of that. Corner number 2 then. Messi goes short. Deftly away. He is through here. So that's it. It is all over. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
So bring it on.
today's match.
Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mount! That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Koundé charging forward, the ball at his... A header! Harmlessly behind. Goes looking wide. Mbappe chasing after it. And now the breakaway. It's played through for him. And a chance! Shifted it to the flank. Referee's given a throw. Played towards the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Mount, looking to play him in. Hazard. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield.
Haaland! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? We expected better, and so did he. But it's Mendes. Little pass back. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rice. Now it's Aguero. Chance here to counter. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Mount. And he's running through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Haaland. Aguero stood up well to him there. He's a sharp little ball here. Rice. Totti. Spread to the right. Messi going face to face with his great rival. He's got away. Oh, good play by the keeper. He certainly earned his keep there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. Miami really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Out towards the flank. O'Reilly. He's had a shot! Goal!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
After 37 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi.
first breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Nuno Mendes, and he's managed to get free. Not the most accurate pass, and that is expertly dealt with.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Koundé, over to the right flank. That's a good run down the left. La Louvière leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Can he finish? Mount. O'Reilly. That's Mount. And it's Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's been slipped through. And this is Totti. Good ball, good take. It's a pretty loose pass. Nuno Mendes. So a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. La Louvière go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
La Louvière are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Coming on to replace
Here is the first touch of the second half.
Lionel Messi.
La Louvière currently ahead by the smallest of margins. O'Reilly receives it in a wide position. Pedri. And it's Pedri.
La Louvière couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's fabulous. Mount for Rice. And it's Totti. Mount. That's going wide left. And the pass is intercepted. Great vision. Pedri. That's Busquets. Now it's Messi. Looking for the run. He's in a great position here. And here's Haaland. La Louvière are still that goal to the good. And it's Pedri. And here's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. And that was nowhere near his best. That's a good ball out wide. That is good alertness. Van Dijk. Pedri. Threads one in. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Koundé. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. Miami really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's been cut out, well played. Koundé, that has ended up in no man's land. Looking for options for movement. Can he latch on to this? Totti. Schlotterbeck. O'Reilly. That's an imaginative pass. Now that's well seen too. Pedri. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pedri. Koundé. Costa Curta. And he's forced to go back. And it's Mendes. And again they run up against stubborn defending. He is through here. Totti.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Totti. And he's made sure that's not getting through. He won't be happy with that one. Aguero. A lot of space ahead of him. Shot a goal! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
After 79 minutes.
And that really is so
Number 11.
impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Mason Mount. Number 17, Eden Hazard. Coming on the field. Number 8, Dani Olmo. Number 19, Leandro Trossard.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. La Louvière are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. Somewhat off target. Holland! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. La Louvière present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Well, the players are pleading, but it's not going to convince him to change his mind now.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So where will he go? Brilliant save from Donnarumma!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Now it's Trossard. Trossard on a strong run here. Spread neatly. Big chance! Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
Van Dijk has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Aguero is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Messi. Costa Curta clears it away. Tries a deft little ball. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Haaland. That looks a decent ball. And this is Messi. Messi and Messi!
2 added
Good
minutes
run,
have been
lovely
indicated.
take, but that is where it stopped.
Messi has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Paz. And that will be the final act. La Louvière are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
Hello everyone. We are
Aguero
glad to
taking
announce
in the
that our new
accolades, having been
commemorative
named man
sprint
of the
is now
match,
available in
and
our
deservedly
online
so.
store.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
So bring it
today's
on.
match.
Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
And it's Mount. Mount gets on his bike and on the move. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Somewhat off target, and this is Messi. Cahill did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Koundé. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. Good read, needed to be. So, no chances falling either way for the time being. Yamal. For Rice. And here's Diego Costa. And it's Thiago. This looks promising.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Aguero. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Overhit and out of play. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Passing is crisp and sharp, spread to the right. Oh, that's fabulous. And he whips it in. Now this could be a chance. He's having a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Aguero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
La Louvière with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through. Good take. Goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. They score! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Persib Bandung have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive.
Can he finish? And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very...
Oh, great chance! Now he's running away. Oh, what a stop! Had to be at his very best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Roberto Carlos. Koundé does really well to win the ball there. Mount, Rice. Now it's Messi, and that could set him on his way. He is through here. Pulls it back.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And that is out of play. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Bandung definitely like they're pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Yamal is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Rice. Thiago. Bandung couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Rice calmly anticipates. Now it's Aguero, showing good feet. Clipped into space. Shapes to shoot! Thiago. Rice. Chips it through. That's a simple one for the keeper.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. They've got to be quick to recover this. Now it's Totti. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Louvière are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Yamal has found the net here, of course. Rice looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
Shot, surely! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Louvière have the chance to go the other way. O'Reilly is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Mount. And it's O'Reilly.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
The most accurate. Ah, he's given it away. He's found a way through. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Louvière presented with a golden opportunity here. So, having trailed to lead. It's hit the upright. Totti! It's in! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
After 56 minutes in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That has ended up in no man's land. Love. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, crossbar! And that's a tiny finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
It is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a
Yamal! It's Luke. In he goes again. And it's in. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Persib Bandung have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Diego Costa. And Yamal. Rice. And it's Thiago. Ball played for Nesta. Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Cahill kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Costa. Great vision. And he's picked out the run. Now it's on the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Mason Mount. Coming on to replace him is number 19.
Might want to be careful there.
Leandro Trossard.
And it's Totti. Now it's Messi. Tries to play it through. Caught offside that time. He's had it taken off him. Roberto Carlos. Now he's got space here. And this is Hazard.
Persib Bandung clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Trossard. Nicely worked. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Rice. Now it's Aguero. Totti. Oh, he's caught him in or out. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
La Louvière with a chance to get level.
14, Francesco Totti. Coming on the field, number 20, Ferran Torres. Number 9, Cole Palmer.
Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. La Louvière have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
There's no sort of quality on that. Well, he can only improve on that one next time. Strokes it back. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Thiago. And that's been won straight back.
There will be
Olivier
5 minutes
really
at a
can only
time.
do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And the shot! And he hits the net. And right near the end, we have parity.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than
Number
most
19.
dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Looking to play him in. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. He's shifting through the gears here. That has not gone well. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
La Louvière can
This
always
is a
take
public
more
safety
positives from a result like
Please
this.
be made
Yes,
aware
there
that
is
for
some
your
tidying
safety,
up to do,
CCTV
but
is
some
in
real promise
operation
too.
at all times.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Well, you would think that the name Luis Suarez on any team sheet is sufficient to make any opponent shiver.
I think I'd struggle to name a striker who's better at playing his position.
So what would you say is his outstanding characteristic, Jim? What makes him special?
Well, I'm going to have to say it's his winning mentality, that doggedness, that ruthlessness, the desire to win at all costs.
Zabani promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Aguero. Rice. And beyond the defence. Pacho. Totti. Now it's Rice. Look at the space here. Shot, surely! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Palmeiras finding themselves unexpectedly behind. La Louvière leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hazard. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
O'Reilly. Oh, important interception. Thiago.
Palmeiras always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Goes for a shot! No, just not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Rice, he does have an assist to his name. It's been shipped out wide. Spread out to the left. And he's picked it up out wide. Referee's given a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. It's a pretty loose pass. He's got away. And this is Shevchenko. Great chance! It's a goal! Palmeiras are all square. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pedro Neto. Now the delivery. Brilliantly cut out. And he shoots! Goal! Palmeiras! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Palmeiras with the lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And this is Shevchenko. Knocks it into space. Engages and forces him off the ball. most accurate pass. Now it's Aguero. Aguero!
Anjir kayak gitu.
Straight at the keeper.
Aguero really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't. You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Knocks it out wide. That has ended up in no man's land. Thiago looking understandably energised after his goal. Thiago. In towards the back stick. Keeper's dealt with that. Totti deals with that comfortably. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found space here. Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position. Played in. And that was asking just too much of him.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Now it's Aguero. Hazard.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Isco. Foot in. The referee says that is that for the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. The midway point of the game.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed.
Saweria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, that's a key interception. Tries to play it through. Crosses it in here. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And he's managed to get... There's the shot! Well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Beckenbauer. Oh, just skips, shapes to shoot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras. Camisa 6.
Mount.
Vai ser substituído
Passes
pelo
short and
jogador.
sharp.
Camisa 20.
Shevchenko.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
He has found the way through. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Palmeiras! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't the
And it's been given away. Big on a chance! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go on better, possibly.
Delivered low. Mount. Can he get it through? Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, terrible pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Aguero, so much time and space here. Corner.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras. Camisa 22. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 14.
La Louvière with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. De Jong with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. La Louvière are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And he's quick to return it. Rice. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Zabani with the clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted.
La Louvière clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Rafael Leao looking to receive it in space. Ferran Torres. Done delicately. Rice kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's found a way through. Shoots! And that's a real chance missed.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
It's been slipped through. He's picked his way through. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Great vision. Now it's Rafael Leao. Luis Suarez. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That has been cut short. And here's Suarez. Dani Olmo Played out towards the right wing.
Teremos
Well
5
played.
minutos
That
de
knocked out the
acréscimo.
danger. De Jong. And the counter is on. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that takes a shot! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Gol marcado para o Palmeiras.
The
Camisa
movement
17.
so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Decent chance! And he hits the net. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a real...
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Ferran Torres, and he's quick to get rid. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. La Louvière played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game, a game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment.
Signore e signori, benvenuti
Well,
all'incontro
football
di
is of
oggi
course
tra-
ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention...
And a header! Harmlessly behind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Van Basten. He's had it taken off him. Now, what about a counter-attack? Scholes. Pirlo. Oh, it's Van Basten. Driving on and making good progress. Roberto Carlos. Totti. Rice. Now it's Ferran Torres. Played out to the left flank. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Rooney. Mateus. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Totti. And it's Totti. Good ball, good take. Nicely spread.
Might want to be careful there.
Thuram. Rijkaard. Here's Scholes. And it's Pirlo. La Louvière still without a single shot on target. Oh, good climb! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. La Louvière are looking to go forward now. No, that was never going to make it. O'Reilly, and it's been played through. Nicked it back promptly. Good effort from distance. Oh! Fantastic! That is a gem! An absolute
Assegnato al
gem!
20° minuto.
And the
numero
goal
17.
still quivers with the sheer ferocity of the strike.
Well, with the defence facing him, he had to get that right, and he did. I thought that was a very well...
Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been some goal.
Carlos really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
O'Reilly attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. That pass has been well intercepted. Mateus with the cross. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Totti. Now it's Hazard. O'Reilly. And he shoots! That's really well manoeuvred.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, played through for the wide man. He's picked his way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mateus
Astagfirullah,
wants to
anjay.
hold on to this. He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Scholes! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the...
It's Pirlo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Pirlo is offering a right smile
Kurang
there.
diurus aja.
Milan have their third corner. That's really well cleared. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mount. Messi. He's shifting through the... Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pirlo. And that's a good ball. Mateos! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan leading now. Oh, he's been caught on, and the shot! And it's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So again, the referee says that is that for the first half. La Louvière are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Numero 3.
Second period then underway.
In campo per il numero 19. Il numero
It's loose
11.
here and they'll want to reclaim it. Totti. Van Dijk. Messi. Koundé. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Vieri. Kimmich. Some good work on the right flank here. Kimmich stood his ground strongly. Oh, important interception. Now it's Ferran Torres. Kimmich. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, red. Nice interception. Roberto Carlos. He's in a great position here. Schlotterbeck did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rooney unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mateos simply refused to be outdone there. Now this could be a chance. Oh, what has happened here? Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's a really well-measured ball. And he's quick to return it. Rijkaard. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rice. And it's Koundé. Rice. Rice showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's Vieri! Rice. Totti. Now it's Totti. Gets a good foot in there. And it's Pirlo. Vieri. And the shot!
Anjir masuk.
Milan! And they get themselves in front! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, just he goes for a shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
La Louvière still have the cards to affect this game. La
Oh,
Louvière disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Can he get onto this? The less said about that pass, the better.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22, numero 14, Totti. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8, il numero 9.
Mateus. Tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos wants to run onto this.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Palmer. La Louvière have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Aguero! And that's in! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over surely. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And now he has two. Goes for the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Viene sostituito con il numero 32, Beckham.
Oh, that's well spotted. Rooney. No, that's been intercepted. That's going wide left. And that was asking for too much. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good read, needed to be. Dani Olmo. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
It's a pretty loose pass. Ferran Torres is onto this. Space for him to turn and look. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's made its way to him. Now he's running away. There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Numero 17.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Gerrard.
Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get on the end of this? That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's all alone. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are... And we're done. La Louvière can look back at this result with regret. Front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.